Okay, sir, welcome on board. This is our replica Boeing 737-800 flight deck. We're ready for departure from LA. We're going to do a couple takeoff and landings here. This is runway 24 right, so we're going to do one left-hand circle and land on the other runway. So that's basically the standard route which is on the system here, which tells us we need to take off that direction. This runway is basically in front of us here. We're going to take off that way, make a left-hand turn, and come back for the first landing on the other runway, which is just there. So there are basically two parallel runways in LA. To do that, first of all, obviously we need to actually drive the aircraft inside the runway. So we're going to use the tiller on the left-hand side there. That one there controls your nose gear. So if you want to go right, what you do, you're going to push this forward, and their nose gear is going to move right. Obviously, we're not moving at the moment because you don't have any engine. Cool. So once you're on the runway, after that, we're not going to use the tiller anymore. We're going to just use the pedals down there. So keep steady your feet on the pedals there. So I'm going to move the pedals for you, if you can see it. Can you see it all?
Yeah.
I'll show you with the light. So those pedals, one on the right and one on the left as well. That's it. Keep it steady there. So we're going to use the pedals on the runway center line just to keep the runway center line. Good. Then we're going to take off down the runway. Obviously we're going to increase the thrust up to 10 for takeoff. And once we reach a takeoff speed, I'm going to call rotate. So rotate, Jin, means for you break this all the way back. You bring it back and then you keep this in this position, and then you want to look outside and look for the nose to come up. That's your indication that we are rolling up for the climb. So once you see that, what you need to do is releasing the pressure, otherwise the climb is going to be way too steep for us. We're going to climb up to 3,500, you can see up there 3,005, so that's the altitude we want to maintain for level flight. So what we do, we're going to push this forward a bit and try to maintain that dot here on 15. So 15 is going to take us climbing probably up to 3,500. You want to keep your wings level as well on a climb. And then I will call the altitude as we go up, so you don't have to check those. All we need to do is once we reach 3,500, we're going to push the nose down from 15 down to 5, which is the second line here. So 5 is going to take us flying level. Don't let it go on the horizon as it is now, otherwise the aircraft is going to descend very quickly down. Cool. Also, there's a very nice indicator on the right hand side there. It's a needle which moves up and down, and that will tell you if you're climbing or descending. Cool. So the navigation display is located on the right hand side. That's your map. So we never get lost as we fly around the airport. What we got there is this triangle, which is the aircraft pointing that way, and this is the runway direction that way. So basically, there are two white broken lines on both sides of the runway, and that tells us the runway direction. Plus the pink broken line is your heading back, which is the direction for takeoff, and it is also the direction that we want to fly. The two display here, it's your upper and lower display. The upper display there is basically the N1 gauges, and that's your actual power on the turbine. So the other gauges are other instrumentation that we need to check the engine, but the most important are the two on the top, which actually tell us what power we got at the moment. So for the distance now, we got about 20% or 2, as you can see. If you want to increase the thrust, what we do, we push the thrust lever forward, and as you push forward, you can see there's a line which pops out, the little one. So you look at that one there, and you point to roughly 6, and as you can see, that reaches 6. So the big line is the actual power, and the little one is your settings. So as always, you bring it back. You can see it goes back to 4, and before landing, when I call idle, you bring this idle, it's all the way back. Exactly, very simple. After touchdown, for the landing, for the second landing, we're going to use the reverse thrust levers as well. So gently back. There's no rush to use those, so once we are on the ground, then we can slowly bring it back. On the right hand side, you got the flaps. So flaps are basically the surface is located on the trailing edge and the leading edge of the wing. So what we need to do is basically move it up to 0 after takeoff, move down to 30 or 40 for landing. So to move the lever, all you need to do is lift the lever up and drop down in every notch like this. Very simple. Just make sure you do it by notch every step, otherwise you get stuck in the safety feature there. Cool. If you want to try that, select 5. So up and down. 1, 2, and 5. Perfect. Done. After that, what we do, that's your landing gear lever. So after takeoff, you want to retract your landing gear. So what do? You're going to pull this out straight towards you and up. Cool. That's also your landing gear indicator, which is obviously down and locked. Flaps is on 5 and the green lights is on. Now we need to select the auto brakes engine to the left on RTO. So if you want to select that on RTO, this switch here to the left. That's it, well done. That's basically a reject takeoff position. That means if you decide to abort the takeoff, all you need to do is bring the thrust back, and that will deploy the brakes for you. Cool. So we're basically ready to go. We're going to complete a couple parts of the checklist. Is basically turning the landing lights on before we enter the runway. So what we do, we're going to turn this on forward. The 4 switches. 1, 2, 3, 4. The fasten seatbelt sign forward as well. And this, that's it. And this switch here back. That's your strobo light underneath the fuselage. That's it. So obviously, as you can see outside, it's getting a bit darker. So we need to turn off the light inside the cockpit. So the 2 lights here are located in the 2 knobs on the left. So turn both to the left. That's it. With the little one, you can adjust this light here. That's it, as you like. Good. You can probably point it there a little bit, so you can also see the checklist here. That's not very important for you. I'm going to call the checklist anyway. Ready to go, Jin? Perfect. Parking brakes off. Forward, just push forward, that's it. And we go for clearance. Speed 566, it's all depoted 25 right, 4 seconds.
Flight experience 556, line up.
Line up, experience 556. Okay, Jin, right hand on the thrust levers and the left hand on your tiller. The other one there. Yeah, that's it, good. So just a little bit of thrust, let's select the first line, which is about 30%. That'd be just enough to move the aircraft. A little bit back a bit. A bit more, back a bit more. That's it, good. And if you look outside, we're moving. So just follow your line here to the right. That's it, push it forward, push all the way forward. The thrust back as well. All the way back. That's it, good. Keep going. Right, a little bit left, and we're pretty much on the center line. So what we need to do now is pull up the engine a little bit. So we're going to increase the thrust up to 4 and leave it steady on 4. A little bit more, that's 3, just above 4, perfect. We let the engine stabilize. Speed 556 is ready.
Flight experience 556, cleared for takeoff.
Go for takeoff, speed 556. And the thrust up to 10 now. There you go. Cool. That's it, a little bit back, that's a bit too much. Back a bit more. Perfect. That's it. And from now on, we pop the left hand on the yoke. Left hand. That's it. Good. And we use a little bit of pedals. So when I go rotate, you're going to pull your controller back. So we got V1 speed now. And we now rotate the nose back. Gently, all the way back. There you go. A little bit forward now. On 15. So that's basically 15. So keep pushing forward. Don't let it go above 20. We want to stay down here. That's it. Good. Perfect. So let's select the landing gear. Up. Pull out. And all the way up. That's it. Good. Now push gently the nose forward. Down to 10. We're going to climb with about 10 degrees nose up. That's going to give us a bit more speed. That's it. Perfect. Good. The flaps here on 1. So 2 notch forward. That's it. And the thrust here back to 8. Back there on 8. That's it. Good. Spot on. And the flaps, the last stage up forward. That's it. Cool. So we're climbing to 3,500 and then we're going to level off the nose. So we're just passing 3,000 here, as you can see. So we want to be 3,005. So what we're going to do in a moment, right now, we can start pushing forward down to 5. That's it. And also keep your wings straight. So a little bit right. A little bit right and a little bit back. That's it. Good. The thrust here now. Back to 4. You can go beginning on 4, roughly on 4. That is 5. Keep going. And that's 4. Perfect. Good. So what we do, we're going to start turning in a moment. Let's put the microphone a little bit down. Down to your chin. That's it. Good. So when you're ready, you can start turning to the left. So you want to go down towards this pink line here. So what we do, let's start turning to the left and let's look outside what's happening as you're turning left. That's it. You're probably recognizing that the nose is starting to dropping down. So let's pull the nose back as we're turning. That's it. Back. Perfect. That's pretty good. There you go. Cool. Landing gear off. Auto brakes off. And as you complete the 10, it's going to be a big 180-10. I'm going to complete the after takeoff checklist for you. So engine blades is on. Buck is on yellow. Landing gear is up and off. And the flaps is up. And no lights. After takeoff checklist is completed. That's it. Nice and gentle 10. As you can see, as long as you keep the controls in the right position, the aircraft 10 is beautiful. That's it. Good. So once we complete the 10, we're going to roll out of the 10 and bring our wings back straight. We will a bit more. We will about, when you get 0.85, which is this little line here. So right now, you can start turning gently right. There you go. Perfect. That is spot on. And now you keep center. There you go. So there's a tiny little adjustment. If you look on the left hand side, you can see the airport is located down there. So we're going to land this time on the closer runway to us. So the 25 left. Good. So if you're looking on your navigation display, Jin, the pink line here is the direction you want to fly now. So what you need to do is turn it gently to the left, about 10 degrees, to fly towards that pink line. So if you want to turn gently left, a little bit, that's it. With a little bit of back pressure as well. Just a bit, that's perfect. And the pink line is coming up center. So now you can roll out again and bring your wings straight. Cool. Bit quicker. And center. That's it. Good. It's well done. So we're basically cruising. We're parallel to the runway this stage. This is called the downwind leg. So on the downwind leg, what we do our downwind checks. So we want to check simply that the auto brakes here is in the off position, the landing lights is on for approach, and the temperature and pressure of the engine are clear and in green, which it is. Okay, we want to stay at least 3,500 for this leg. So let's keep this on 3,005. Don't let the aircraft descend. That's it. Good. So if you're ready, you can start pulling the flaps out, down to 1. So one notch down, up and down. That's it. Perfect. And we select the approach page, and the flaps required for approach are flaps 30, which give us a speed of 138 knots. So 138 is basically also up here. So this is to remind you that on final approach we need to maintain at least that speed. That's the minimum speed. Good. You're probably noticing that we are climbing at this stage. That's because you are pulling out the flaps, and that's giving us the ballooning. So push forward as you lower the flaps. That's it. Good. Now we can lower the flaps another 2 notch down. So 2.5. So 1 and 2. That's 5. Perfect. Good. So what I do, I'm going to rotate the pink line here to the left. And in a moment we're going to start turning to the left towards your center line here. You can see this curvature here. That is telling you that at the moment you're turning left. So now if you want to start turning left a bit more, that curve here is going to move a bit more to the left. So you want to point this towards the center line. So move now. That's it. Perfect. And a little back pressure as well. A little bit. There you go. So a little bit right. That's it. So the idea is pointing towards the intersection. Good. So when you're ready, you can lower the landing gear as well. Down. Pull out and down. Perfect. Looking good. A fraction to the left. Left a bit more. That's it. Landing gears down and locked. Now flaps another 2 notch down. 1 and 2. 15. Checked. Good. Now let's continue the 10 to the left. You got LA City is in front of us. Left a bit more. That's it. And a little bit of back pressure as well. Okay, you notice that this is your 10 now, so it's a bit steep.
Yep.
So let's roll to the right a little bit. The arc is going to move back. And reduce the back pressure as well, because as you're reducing the 10, the back pressure is obviously not required. Cool. There you go, that's perfect. If you look on the left hand side, you can see the runway. So we're going to use this runway here to the left. Cool. Let's go with the flaps to 25, one notch down. Push the nose a little bit forward, just the nose. That's fine, just push the nose a little bit forward with your yoke. And continue the 10 to the left, towards the runway. Left. That's it. Good. There you go. Now the thrust up to 7, because you are pointing down to the ground. Thrust up to 7, quickly up to 7. That's it. Good. The flaps to 30, one notch down, just one. That's it. And we continue the visual approach to the runway. You notice we are obviously coming with an angle. So what we need to do in a moment, not yet, we're going to start turning to the left here towards this runway there. It's looking pretty good. Experience 556 is standing in final for touch and go.
Flight experience 556, clear touch and go.
Clear touch and go, experience 556. A little bit of back pressure. That's it, a bit more. There, perfect. And we keep the nose steady as it is for now. Alright, 900 feet to go. Okay, you can start gently turning to the left towards the runway, otherwise we're going to end up on the right hand side. That's it, just gently, just look outside, that's it. Now stride, being awake stride, and we are on the center line. That's it, good. That is pretty good. So we are on the center line now. 400 feet to go. So the computer is going to call the altitude as we go down. So what we need to do is when you hear 100 feet, you know, put the nose a little bit back, back to the first line, which is 2.5 degrees up. And then at 50, you bring the thrust back to idle. Cool. So 180, 160, 140, 120, 100, pull back. That's it, up there, that's enough, keep it on 2.5 degrees. And the thrust gently back to idle. Back pressure as well. That's it. The thrust forward and we do another takeoff. Up to 10. That's it, that's perfect. Cool. Let's wait for the rotation speed. And V1 and rotate. Gently back. That's it. Up to 15. Push a little bit forward. Posi rate, landing gear up. Up. Perfect. Good. Once we pass 1,000 feet, we're gonna push the nose down to 10 to increase the speed for climb. Yep, do it now. Pretty good. That's it. Keep it there. Perfect. And the flaps 2 notch up. 1 and 2. And the thrust gently back to 8. Cool. The flaps up, 1 notch up. That's it. And keep using your back pressure a bit to maintain about 7.5 degrees. That's fine. And this time what we'll do, we're gonna make a left hand turn climbing to the left as well. So if you wanna start turning left, that's it, increasing your back pressure a bit for the climb, a bit more. That's it, good. And gear off. Now the thrust here back to 4. 7, 6, 5, and that's 4. Good. There you go. Cool, that's fine, you don't have to be so precise. So keep going to the left and more back pressure. More back pressure. Want to keep the nose above the horizon. That's it, good. There. Perfect. So this is a light which is just taking our attention here on the instruments, the master caution light and the fuel. So what we need to do now is turn this fuel pump up here off, those two off. Yep, done. So we fixed the problem. Cool. Now we're gonna fly heading 075 this time. So start, bring your nose straight, so your wings straight to the right. That's perfect. Cool. There you go. And a little bit forward, just to keep that straight. It's probably the bit between the first and the second line. So a bit more back pressure. That's it, between the first and the second. That's perfect, spot on. Good. So Jin, we're pretty well done. It was a nice touchdown. So this time we're going to do exactly the same. Obviously we know the feeling on the aircraft now. Obviously this is going to be a full stop landing. So what we need to do is selecting the brakes for the level. So we select these on the 2 position there. So if you want to do it, that's it. On the middle position up. That's it, good. Landing lights is on. Temperature and pressure is green. And we select the flaps required for approach this time, which is going to be 130 plus 5 knots, which is 135. Done. Cool, a little bit forward because you are climbing, a little bit. That's it, the flaps out 2-1. There you go. The flaps another 2 notch down, 2-5, 1 and 2. There you go, perfect. Cool. And let's start turning to the left. To the left. That's it. A little bit right. Right a bit. That's it, good. A little bit forward, otherwise we climb. There you go. Landing gear down. A little bit to the left. Your left hand and down. That's it, good. That's all we need. No more than that. Landing gear is down and locked. We got the 3 green. So flaps another 2 notch down to 15. 1 and 2. That's it. That is 15. Nice. Left a little. That's it. That's all you need. You can look outside and see the turn you're making as well. Experience Fairfax is on base for full stop, runway 25 left.
Flight experience 556, continue approach, report on final.
Continue approach, we'll call experience 556. Okay, a little bit right, a little bit, it's a bit steep 10. You can tell me where is the airport this time. You can probably see it. Yeah, right there. You can see you got the traffic taking off their way. Cool. It's looking good. So let's lower the flaps 1 notch down to 25. That's it. Okay. And let's start turning to the left as well, towards the runway. There you go. With a little bit back pressure, because you're too much nose down. We know, that's it. A little bit right, just look outside, look at the turn you're making. That's it. It's like a bit like driving a car towards the runway. Good. 1800 feet, flaps 40. And the thrust up to 7. Up to 7. That's it. 6. And that is 7. Perfect. And continue the visual approach. Okay, landing checklist for you, Captain. Just continue to the runway. Engine start continuous. Speed brakes is armed. Landing gears down and locked. Full flaps and green lights. Landing checklist is completed. We are in final approach. Speed 556 is 3 miles final.
Flight experience 556, clear to land.
Clear to land, experience 556. That is looking good. A little bit more left, just a fraction more to the left. There you go, and the wings straight. Right a bit more, just a little bit. That's it, and straight. Good. A little bit back pressure. That's pretty good. Okay, 180 feet to go.
Approaching minimums.
Okay, bring the back pressure, increase the back pressure. That's it. And then thrust your back to idle. That's it.
10.
Perfect. And reverse thrust levers back. Passing 70 knots now. You can close the reverse thrust levers forward. And we're pretty much done. We're gonna taxi off the runway. Using these green lights, that's our indication of the taxi lights. To the right, a little bit thrust. Speed brakes forward, flaps up, auto brakes off. Good. And you can use the steering wheel as we did before. Cool. So we wait a bit more, just a bit more stride. Forward, forward, forward. Is that way?
Yep.
Left, 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 left. That's it. You follow these lights here. That's it. Now we can go to the right. Pretty good. That's it. Cool, we just want to clear the runway, passing this point here, which is our holding point, and we're gonna come in and stop in here. So let's pull the parking brakes back, all the way back. That's it. And the flight is completed. Well done, Jin, it was really good. Really well done.